On September 14th, the Korean government granted permission for humanitarian stay to Yemenis asylum seekers. Yesterday, the first weekend following the government's decision, two opposing sides faced off one another from opposite sides of a downtown street.
On the first weekend following the government's decision to grant humanitarian stay to 23 asylum seekers on Jejudo Island, protesters who support refugees pointed out that Korea has to do more than solely grant them humanitarian stay.
예멘 난민들에 대해서 난민으로 인정할 수 없다고 결정을 했습니다. 누구는 난민이고 누구는 난민이 아닐 수도 없고 난민이 아니라는 정부의 판단이 잘못됐다고 생각합니다.
They also argue that the problem is not the refugees themselves, but South Koreans' hatred toward them. Egyptian asylum seekers who had stopped their hunger strike also joined the protest. Participants of the Pro-refugee Protest say that refugees are no different from Koreans. But at the same time, just across the street, there were shouts from an anti-refugee protest calling for their deportation. Deport, deport. They also had different views on the government's humanitarian stay permission. The protesters claimed that although the asylum seekers were determined as non-refugees, they still have not been deported. Heated words flew at the two opposing protests over the issues of refugees for nearly 2 hours. Both sides jeered at each other and caused a big commotion while they were parading in the downtown area. Police deployed officers to the scene and braced for clashes among the protesters, but fortunately, there were no serious confrontations.